Okay, so what you need to be doing for Brain Buffet Project 2, where you should be at the end of day 1, which is 2.01 to 2.05, you should have created and opened up Premiere, created a new project. We're going to call it Brain Buffet Project 2. We're going to make sure that we put it in a location that we know where it is. So if you click here, I'm going to go to my TV production. Remember, yours will probably be in your OneDrive. So if mine's called TV production, and then I created a folder called Brain Buffet Project 2, BB Project 2. If you don't have a new folder, you need to go to New Folder and name it. Then you can double click on it and you can hit Select Folder. So now it will be up here. And we're going to go ahead and create. Now, if you remember where all of your files are from when you downloaded them in Project 1, that's great. But if not, okay, guys, here's what you need to do. You need to go to, well, there's many ways you can do it, but all right, the first thing that I would probably do is go to your downloads folder. So if you go to your file explorer, you go to your downloads, you should be able to find a folder from when we did this, and it is called, let's see what it's called. It's probably called OneDrive, and then whatever day. And remember, we double clicked on it, and then see there's the promo, and you hit extract. So you need to extract it and put it someplace you know. If not, if you can't find that folder, what you need to do is you need to go back to Premiere Pro, and you have to go here up top where here we're in Project 2. If you go to your Premiere project files, and then you go to the one, I would do the OneDrive, and then it will download it, put it in your downloads folder, and that's where you need to do it. Once you have that, I would take the time now, because we're going to use Project 3, 4, and 5. So I would go ahead and find in my downloads folder, if I found it, here's my OneDrive. Okay, so if I double click on it, oh, wrong folder, but we're going to go with it. Let's see, OneDrive. Okay, so here's all of them. What I would do is I would click on extract and then put it someplace. So you're going to extract it all, and instead of putting it in downloads, click here and go to browse, take the time, go to your OneDrive, go down to your TV production, and then I made a file called Brain Buffet Files. If you want to just put them in there, that's fine. And then you hit Select Folder, and then you hit Extract. And then all of the files will be ready for you when you're ready to use them. Okay, so that is what you need to be doing if you do not know where they're at. So with that being said, I am now going to import. Remember, there are many ways to import. You can go here and go to import, and then I'm going to go to home. Mine's coming up here, my TV production, because I've been using it. If not, you might need to look for it. If you need help looking for it, let me know. But if I click on here, here's my Brain Buffet files. Whoops. Don't want that one selected. And then I only want to bring in the ones for Project 2. So I'm going to unselect these. I only have this one, and then I'm going to click import. So now you should have all of your files from section 2 in here. Now, if I double click on Project 2, whatever you name this, it will give me a large version of all of the files. And the reason why is because in the folder, in the videos, they have them separated into different folders for different types. If you want to do that, you can. If not, just know that you can look this way. If you click on the name, it will put it in ABC order. If you double click on it, again, it will put it going from top down. We're using the interview files first, so I just wanted to make sure you knew where those were at. If you need to, if you go down here to the bottom, you can see that right now I'm in list view, I can do icon view, which will make it a little bit easier if you wanted to see what was in each one. To get out of full screen, you need to hit the tilde key, which is right under the escape key. And then that will bring you back to the normal view. I'm going to go ahead and move this down so that we can have our program monitor and our source monitor. I'm going to click, hold, and select all of this because this is just every file that they took and put in here, and that is not what we are doing. So I selected it all and deleted it. And now we will go on to multicam editing, which is 2.04. Okay, so what we're doing is we are selecting the 2 interviews. So remember, I showed you how you can see all of it by double clicking on it. And then you can have the 2 interviews. If I click on one and hold the control key down and click on the other, I can right click and say create multi-camera source sequence. When this comes up, we're going to click audio. We're going to leave this at camera 1. And we're going to hit OK. So now you have something called process clips, but if you look over here, you have now something called multi. You can't see it all, but you can see that it's interview 2 multi. So we're going to go ahead and hit our tilde key, which is underneath the escape key so that we get back to our normal spot here. And then we are going to go all the way to the bottom. You will see this multi, and we will click and drag it to our timeline. If you get a window like this, go ahead and say change sequence settings. There will be a second version of this video because I can't do this any longer. So look for part 2.